Good afternoon, guys. Today was a pretty exciting day with AMC and Gamestop. We saw a lot of positive news come out. A lot of positive news, a lot of upward movement in the stock price. AMC, when we were talking in the morning earlier today, was as low as $6.95 a share. It's actually $6.64. It's when we first got on live earlier this morning. If you weren't with us, welcome back. If you were, welcome again. Right now it's trading at $9.43. We were live from about 5 a.m. all the way through 10 a.m. So welcome anyone new here. Thank you for joining us. Please be sure to like the video. It'll help out the stream a lot. We're going to go all the way through the market closing today. So it would really help me out if you could just like the video. And let's try and get it to 100 likes before we really get into all of this. Also, let me know what you think of the thumbnails. I thought it looked pretty cool. So let me know what you think of those thumbnails that I've been working on for these live streams. I find them pretty interesting. So let's get this up to 100 likes, and then we'll really get into some news from CNBC, on GameStop, and some other important developments that happened. Also, comment down below what you're still holding right now. Do you have AMC? Do you have GameStop? Before we really get into this. Currently, I didn't buy any of those today. Our public portfolio, though, actually, I'll throw that on the top left. Our public portfolio, if this is the right account. Can you guys see that? Our public portfolio is doing pretty well. We were up over 5.5% today. So, I don't know if it's updating on your guys' end, but it's a little not perfect. But anyways, our public portfolio is up 5% today. If you guys do want access to that portfolio, let me know, and you can join our group using the link in the description. I'll tell you guys when I buy and sell stocks, everything like that. So that will be good. And as we're at 18 likes, let's at least get that up to 50 before we really get into it. I'll just keep GameStop on the top left over there. But we're continuing to see AMC go up. That's what we needed today. We really needed a day where AMC closed higher. Last couple days we had seen it down, so that is pretty good news. Pretty good news there. Okay, we will just start getting into this. If you are new, thank you for joining us this afternoon. And if you haven't already liked the video, please like it. We're trying to get this to 100 likes before we really get started, but I'm going to go ahead and start talking. Anyways, a couple articles from CNBC I'm going to throw on the right side of the screen. GameStop. Talks a lot about GameStop. GameStop the other day was down 72% in the last 2 days. And today it was up. Top left, you'll see it was up about 10% today. Last 2 days it was down 72%. A lot of people were worried that today was a defining day. Depending on what happened would really impact the rest of the week for these stocks. Could we see it bounce back, or what was going to happen? So that was really important there. Early in the morning today, we did see GameStop as high as $120. Robinhood doesn't really show that, but it was as high as $120 at one point, which was good. After the market opened, it dropped significantly, and then since then, we've just had a steady increase in the price with AMC, Naked Brands, GameStop, all these that we've seen with the big short squeezes over the last couple of days. This article goes on to talk about also today we saw AMC. AMC right now is up significantly as well. AMC right now is up for the day. We'll take a closer look at that later, but it's up 19.2%. The best day we've had in the last 3 days. AMC was also down about 40-50% yesterday. So that is pretty big news. Pretty big news. Many Wall Street hedge funds have been covering their short positions last week, at the beginning of this week, because of significant losses that they have been taking due to the massive increase in prices. So today, again, we saw a little bit of that because the stock price is rising significantly. Still, though, GameStop hasn't reached its highs of about $200. The highs that we saw yesterday of around $200 a share. Yesterday it opened up around there. And the highs all time in the last week, GameStop was at $500 a share pre-market a couple of days ago. So if you are new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Comment, put in the chat if you guys own any GameStop, any AMC, what you guys currently own. But yes, so right now, here's a chart for AMC. A lot of people today were also talking about silver. What was going on with silver? Short squeeze was going to happen there. Let's look it up. Silver. See, we haven't had much action there with silver. Silver dropped down quite a bit yesterday after the massive run we saw. But we'll stay on track. We'll keep following what is going on with AMC and GameStop leading up until the market closing. Thank you guys for joining these live streams. It's a lot of talking. So if you do have questions, let me know. Larson, thank you for joining us. Thanks for sharing. 12 shares, $5.41. It's a good price you got in. You may want to, consider taking some profits. I'm not going to be negative about everything, but right now we're going to talk about AMC. My views from earlier on to AMC haven't really changed much. Right now AMC, the way I see it, is that AMC does have long-term, growth prospects. I think they can do well long-term. I don't think movie theaters are going away. I think AMC is going to continue to be a leading player in the theater space. Them and Regal are the two main players. So I think they are going to continue to be dominant in that space. And I think as we see the next couple of weeks go on, we're going to see AMC, level off a bit. I think we're going to see the price level off. But over the next year or two, leading up to 2023, we're going to see AMC continue to get back into business, see previous levels that they saw, attendance to movies like they saw before the pandemic. I don't think we're really going to see them fully recover until 2023. Larson, you said you took more profits on Monday. That was a good idea. Casper Investments, do I have any FTOC? I do not have any FTOC at this moment. If you want to see all the holdings I have in our public investing account, make sure to check out the link in the description. You'll be able to see what stocks I currently am invested in. I have a lot of SPACs in there, but not FTOC. Oh, today, guys, there is a big announcement coming out from STIC. It is a SPAC that's merging with BarkBox. I love BarkBox. I think it's a great company. They have over 1 million subscribers, paying subscribers. They have products sold in Petco, Target, PetSmart, and a bunch of other places. I like the company a lot. Their revenue is about $400 million. Valuation right now at the price of the stock, valuation is less than $3 billion. I think it's really a great investment. I don't think a lot of people got pets during the pandemic. I don't think they will be going away anytime soon. And people don't just get rid of their pets as soon as the pandemic's over, as soon as vaccines. People who have pets are going to have them for years to come. And people who have pets are just going to continue to probably have a pet the rest of their life. So I do think you guys should take a look at that. There's a big investor meeting regarding the merger taking place at 3 p.m. Eastern time in about an hour. So it'll be important to just keep an eye out on STIC. Other stocks that did extremely well today for our public portfolio are BFT, and BFT is up today 7.44%. It's done extremely well. It's merging with PaySafe, and they process payments for sports betting, gambling, gaming. They do a lot of those. They process payments for Fortnite, DraftKings, and in that industry. So if you're looking to get in the sports betting industry or online gaming industry and you don't want to actually own an individual company, this is a really good play because it's investing in payment processing in general for that space. And the other one I want to talk about before we go more into GameStop and AMC is Alussa Energy Acquisition Corp. This one has done very well for us today. It is up 12%. At one point, it reached $15.28 a share. Right now, it's sitting at $14.18 a share. I own about 10,000 shares of this stock. So yeah, those are a couple that did well in our public portfolio today. If you aren't already, make sure to join our group so you can see when I buy and sell in real time. But right now with AMC, we've seen a solid run all day on AMC. When we first joined earlier this morning, it was $6.90 a share. First thing in the morning, all day, we've seen a solid run up. And I explained earlier that is exactly what we needed to see. We needed to see that big run upwards. We needed to have that run today. Previously, the last couple of days, this stock has not done well. We've hit down a lot. At one point, it was at $22, $23 a share. So it is very good news that we saw that today. Thank you guys for joining us. If you are new, please be sure to like the video. Currently in the top left, we're going to keep GameStop, their stock price going live. We're also going to show on the right, we have AMC right now on Webull. Webull lets you trade pre-market starting at 4 a.m. all the way through 8 p.m. Eastern time. So thank you for joining. Other big news today came out from a couple of EVs. We saw with CCIV, there's been a lot of talks of rumors going on, a lot of talks about their potential merger with Lucid Motors. CCIV ran all the way up to $34 a share this morning, actually, which I believe was the all-time high for that stock. And just be careful with that one because the merger has not yet been confirmed. Once it is confirmed, I think we will see the stock price rise dramatically from where it is right now, but it has not yet been confirmed yet. So just be careful. You know, if you got in earlier today at $33, $34, it is now at $29.50. I talked about the stock for the first time at $13.30 a share on the channel. So that was the first time I did address it on the channel. Now it's all the way up. It's nearly tripled since we first spoke about it. GameStop has done well as well today. AMC, GameStop, they're following the exact same pattern. They're both of the stocks are doing basically the exact same thing. They opened up trending upwards. They fell between 9 and 10 a.m., 9 and 10:30, and then since then they've been just moving upwards. That's exactly what we need to see. GameStop up 14%. AMC up 20%. Those are both good news. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions, and we'll go over all of them. Ash Lloyd's. Someone starting out, where's the best place to get news? My channel, obviously. But yeah, I try to cover as much a lot of topics, not just individual stocks. So tune in. I'll be posting a lot more longer videos if you want to get news on stock market, CNBC, what's just going on with companies in general. Also, I like two different places. So CNBC and Seeking Alpha. Those are great places to do some research on companies. And CNBC's for the news. Seeking Alpha has good research for more in-depth analysis on stocks, which I really like. And if you're new to investing, make sure to download Webull. I like it. There's not as many restrictions as there has been in the past couple of days as with Robinhood. Robinhood had a lot of restrictions put in place. Webull has not had those restrictions. Webull lets you trade at 4 a.m. Eastern time. You can buy stocks starting at 4 a.m. Eastern time all the way up until 8 p.m. Eastern time, which I really like. You can't do that on Robinhood or TD Ameritrade or any of the other apps. You really can't start trading at 4 a.m. Eastern time, and that's when a lot of the movement happens in these stocks. So definitely download Webull. I pinned that comment to the top. Thanks, Ash Lloyds. I really appreciate you watching. Okay, Palantir. No Webull. Okay, yeah. I'll look into another one. I was talking about that earlier in the stream, earlier in the morning, so I will look into another platform. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Thanks, SmartFi5. We're trying just to grow this channel. My other channel has 225,000 subscribers, so I've been going live on this channel. If you want to check that out, I'll be posting clips from a lot of these live streams in that other channel. So if you don't want to catch the whole thing, you want just clips from it from now on, I'm going to do longer episodes on this channel, short clips, 3 to 5 minute clips on that channel so you can see specific topics. So I think you guys should really check out the channel. It's under my featured channels on this if you click on my name for my channel name, you go to channels, you'll see my other channel right there. It's called The Real Rubes Clips. I'll probably be renaming this channel as well. Which platform in the UK allows trading pre-market? We can look it up right now. Let's look it up. A lot of people have been asking me. Let's pull it up. Pre-market trading UK. Best platform. I'll do some research on this in a bit. I don't want to have anything pop up on here that we don't want to be seeing. So, but like on Reddit, but we'll look on Reddit. Let's look. Best UK broker for after hours trading. Interactive brokers, someone says. Like I said, I don't know which one in particular, so I wouldn't recommend any of these in particular. I'm going to do my own research and I'll let you guys know. But if any of you are from the UK, please put in the comments if you guys do trade pre-market with a stock. I do like Webull the best. But that is in the US only. So if you're in Australia or the UK, let me know which one you guys use. Because I do not have a strong opinion on any of the UK platforms. I have to look into those before I really want to recommend it to you. The reason I tell you guys about Webull is because I do use it myself. I don't want to tell you guys or recommend anything that I don't use. You know, like I'm not going to be someone who's just saying this platform because I get stocks. I don't care about free stocks or you guys using my link. It doesn't matter at all. What matters is like us all making more money. And with Webull, you can get in at 4 a.m. So that is a big deal to me. Like I turned that account in from $40,000 in October. Now it's at $220,000, and all of that trading was really done pre-market. So if you guys want to see those investments, I'm going to be adding that portfolio as well to our group on Patreon. Right now, we only have the one on Robinhood, which is sitting at $600,000. So if you do want to see that additional portfolio that I use on Webull, I will be adding that as well. Those of you who are new here, thank you for joining the stream. If you're new, please be sure to like the video. It helps me out a lot, and it's really not hard to do. I know I watch videos on YouTube, and I don't always like them, but it really helps out a lot. Try to do it more often now. So, looking at AMC, what is going on there? Hopefully we see AMC continue to go up today, close up higher. If we could hit that $10 mark, I think that would be huge. I think then we could see a really big day over the next couple of days. You know, with the end of the week coming up, I think closing above 10 would be really huge. Yes, so fresh, ABM, like and share. That would really be appreciated. Really means a lot to me that you guys are watching this. Just coming on here talking. Love to help you guys with all this stuff. Give you my opinion, because our public account, you know, I'm just a regular person, 22, talking about stocks, but I do have some experience. Our public account on Patreon, currently that account I made just for my YouTube channel. I run a couple businesses. I made that account just for YouTube, and that account right now is sitting at 600 and let's see, 600 and I believe like $85,000, something around there. It's taking a minute to load. Yeah, $685,000. I never bought into AMC or Gamestop in this account. This account is strictly with, there's a lot of SPACs in this, but right now it's at $685,000, up 5.9% today. For the last week, it's up 20.8%. The last 3 months, it's up 91%. So if you guys want to see when I buy and sell in real time, make sure to join our group. This account is a high growth account. I put in $250,000 a couple months ago. This is a brand new account I really just started strictly for YouTube when I started YouTube. And it's up about 91% just in the last 3 months. Our goal this year is to get it to $1 million. So I'll definitely let you guys know when I buy and sell stuff in our group. Just make sure to join that. And if not, all the stocks I invest in, I always talk about here. So one of the big ones we had today was, our three biggest holdings are STPK, Alussa Energy, and BFT. I don't do day trading in this, but I do some swing trading. Some, a lot of this is 6 to 12 month investments. But yeah, Alussa Energy did very well today. I did a video on it earlier. If you haven't checked that out, I did a deep dive into the company. This one is right now up 12% for the day. I own 10,000 shares of it. And if you guys want to learn more about like how I made money in the first place, comment that down below. I can always do a full breakdown on a video from it. But basically, I had another YouTube channel, made some money there. I've invested it, turned that into more. I have a couple businesses, e-commerce stores. So yeah, but if you are new, this is our public account strictly for our group, our investing community. So if you do want to be a part of that, we're approaching a couple hundred members there, and we just talk about stocks that are IPOing, the investments I make, and I'll let you guys know when I buy and sell in real time so you guys can just follow along with exactly what I do. But anyways, AMC, what is it at now? AMC is at $9.59. Let's look at Naked Brands. Naked Brands this morning, guys, was at 70 cents a share. 70 cents a share. I believe it might have dipped even lower than that. When we first got on this morning, it was very well below $1. Let's just say that. This is the one I did buy. I bought I don't remember how many. I think like 80,000 shares of this a couple days ago when the big run-up was first starting, the massive short squeeze. Bought 80,000 shares at 80 cents a share, 90 cents a share, right around there. Sold it off at $2.90 a share. Breakdown, so fresh, ABM, you want a breakdown on everything. Yeah, definitely I'll go more into a breakdown got into naked Ashloids at $1, out at 130. See, like, that's great. People are trying to make 10x returns, and that's where they're going to get stuck right now. Ashloids, like right now, people who got in late to AMC, they're going to just try and hold on to it. They're not going to want to sell, and that's where they're going to run into an issue. You have to realize when to get out of a stock. No one knows the right time, but in my opinion, with these are like gambles. These are gambles right now. They're not based on any fundamentals. They're all based around hype and a short squeeze potentially happening if there's enough volume, enough people looking to buy the stocks, causing banks having to cover their positions. So it's all based on hype, what's going on in the media, and it's really a gamble. So with me personally, if you are investing in these, I would take profits along the way. Yep, gotcha, Casper. I put AMC on the screen. AMC right now is at $9.57. I'm going to keep GameStop on the top left so we can follow along with that. If you guys are new, I haven't checked, but we got a lot more people watching now. Please be sure to like the video. Really helps me out a lot. Just coming on here talking with you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. We have about 150 people watching, so if you can, let's get that like button up to 100. Right now we're at 40, so it really means a lot. And if you are new here, thank you for joining us. We talk a lot about stocks, and I really appreciate you guys being here. So anyways, $9.62 for AMC. I don't know if you guys saw, I spoke about this briefly in our live stream earlier today, but with AMC and GameStop and Dogecoin in particular, they've had massive run-ups. A lot of it was because of Elon Musk. And speaking of Elon Musk, he announced that he is not going to be on Twitter for a while. He said he's taking a break from Twitter, and he won't be back for a while. We don't know when. And we all know with Elon Musk being on Twitter, it drives a lot of different stocks. He put a meme about Dogecoin causing it to skyrocket. He posted about like GameStop then when everything was going on. That did really well. Thank you, David Schumann, for joining. Thank you. I appreciate you guys watching. Let's look. Let me know if you guys have any questions about in particular stocks. I think what we're going to do for this live stream for most of for a little while, we're going to keep these two on the screen, AMC on the right, GameStop on the left, both live prices. As we get closer to market closing, or if we see any big actions there, we'll address that. But let me know in the comments particular stocks that you want me to talk about or anything else. GameStop. Earlier today, we had a funny conversation about GameStop on the live stream. With GameStop, people were saying AMC and GameStop should merge. They're like, oh, they should merge together. That would be like almost like jokingly. The problem with GameStop is right now, GameStop, the issue is that it doesn't have a long-term outlook for the company. Really what's going on there is it's just GameStop, their business model is not a business model that will thrive with advancements in technology. It just won't. GameStop, they sell discs. They sell games, but they don't actually manufacture the games. They don't create the games themselves. All they do is they have other companies that come to them with games, and then they sell them. And that's a problem because GameStop has been cut out of the situation entirely. PlayStation, Xbox, all these consoles, now they just allow you to download games directly onto the platform, which means you no longer need to go to a store. It's much easier to just download the software. When you need it, it can update automatically. And when you want to get a new game, you just download the new software. The only reason that GameStop people spoke about earlier in the live stream was with people liking to have the actual discs. People like to watch. People like to collect. Let's say you played Modern Warfare or COD, and you like having the actual physical disc. You can collect them, but that's not enough to keep GameStop really in business. People could just buy and sell discs on other platforms. So you guys, right now we're seeing AMC at close to $9.77. I think if we see it break above that, then we'll definitely be on our way to $10 this afternoon. That's going to be an important level. Let's zoom in on that a bit. I don't day trade. I want to make sure that's clear with you. The way I invest is looking at social trends, what people are talking about on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. I look at that as a start. That's where I find a lot of my stuff. Then from what people are talking about on the internet, from Google Trends and all these other platforms, I then look into what the topics are and companies that relate to those topics. One company that we've spoken about recently is with Joe Biden administration, clean energy, is STPK. I've been talking about this for days now. It was at $25. Now it's over $35. I think it's at $36. So it's up 40% in the last 2 weeks, and I've been talking about this for over a month, this stock. Over 2 months maybe. And I really like the company. Joe Biden administration, anything with clean energy is going to do extremely well once he passes a clean energy bill, which is expected. So right now we're at 9:59. Thank you guys for joining. If you're new here, we're almost at 200 people watching. If you're new, it would really mean a lot if you could like the video. We are trying to get that to 100 likes. It means a lot. We're going to stick around really for a while, seeing what happens at the end of the day. Hopefully we can get AMC above that $9.77 mark. And if we can, I think we'll be clear to get to $10 a share. Let's look. AMC should bring back drive-in theater. Think. Someone named Think in the chat. They're talking about AMC, Gamestop, VR theaters. AMC should bring back drive-in theaters. Perfect time. So yeah, like drive-in theaters, they actually were pretty popular during the pandemic, but they weren't done by movie theaters. They were done by I just saw them. I never went to one, but what I saw, it was some much, much smaller local theaters or just on the side of buildings that other companies would organize. But for AMC to actually do drive-in theaters, it's an interesting idea. Interesting idea. You know, they might start doing that for part of their business. I don't think so, but it's an interesting idea. I think if they were to have done that a couple months ago, that would have been perfect. But at least near me, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia right now, and I have family in Florida and New York, everyone, and in Texas, all over the place. But for those areas, people have gone to drive-in theaters, I know of, but they aren't very popular. Think you're funny saying drive-in theaters with servers that serve Beyond Burgers on roller skates. We're getting really, really green and organic here. Get rid of the building, just have a little wall where you don't need to worry about electricity. You could just drive in. CCIV. Yes, CCIV we did talk about earlier in the stream. CCIV I did talk about first on, I talked about when it was first $13 a share. I bought into it. I told everyone in our group on Patreon. I made a video on it on our channel. And CCIV, they have a lot of potential. There's so much hype around Lucid Motors that I think they really, really could do well. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's first talk also, I want to get over the short positions. People are wondering what's going on with the short positions on AMC and GameStop. We're seeing AMC start to come down a bit, but let's AMC short position. When I'm looking at the short position, I like to look a lot of the time on this thing called fintel.io. It's something that I like to use. They don't pay me, obviously. It's just something I find to be pretty easy. I don't even have a membership to them. But if you look here for February 2nd, which was yesterday, the market volume was 461 million shares. Short volume was 120 million. So yesterday alone, the short volume ratio was 26%, which is really high. That is higher than it has been in the last couple of days. And that is a pretty high ratio. Let's compare that to Gamestop short ratio. Short position, let's do that. We're going to again go to Fintel. It is the easiest place for me that I found. So yeah, 21%. So yesterday for GameStop, they had 77 million shares total. The short position was 16 million shares shorted, total of 21%. And let's look at the last one I want to touch on, which is Naked Brand short interest. For Naked Brand, yep, 21%. So actually out of all Naked Brand, AMC and GameStop, AMC had the highest short volume ratio. They had the most percentage of shares shorted yesterday. It was at 26%. GameStop and Naked Brands both are at 21%. So there's still a lot of people shorting these stocks. A lot of people are shorting them. Do I think AMC is still alive? Some people are asking. Yes, I think AMC is going to continue to be around. I don't think they're going away. They actually raised $1.5 billion. I'm going to pull back the chart on the screen. They raised $1 billion in debt financing. Then they also issued new shares for $400 million. And so now they have about $1.5 billion that they've raised in just the last couple of weeks. And they're not going to be going bankrupt. They have plenty of cash on their balance sheet to now use for the business. They may redesign some theaters. They may close some down. My opinion, I think what AMC is going to have to do is probably shut down some locations. And what they're also going to do is probably redesign them, make it more of a luxury experience, in my opinion. The AMC near me, I used to go to it all the time. It is one in Atlanta, and they have much bigger seats, recliners. It's similar to an iPic. If you guys have ever heard of iPic, there is an AMC that I've been to that is more of a high-end luxury experience, and I think that is more what we're going to be seeing over the next couple of years. Less people in a theater, bigger seats. They serve you sometimes meals. You can order there. I do think we'll see that. I don't think AMC is going away anytime soon. It is much more of a experience. GameStop is not an experience. GameStop, you just go to the place. Young Alex, you're asking me about AMC, if I think AMC is going to hit $100 a share. If that's what you're asking, I definitely, and Ariel Lopez, I definitely don't think AMC is going to be reaching $100 a share anytime soon, unless we see a massive inflow of capital and everyone rallies behind AMC, let's say on Wall Street Bets, because Wall Street Bets has about 8.5 million people. If we see everyone start to rally only behind GameStop, which is really next to impossible to do, everything lined up for GameStop, but if everyone doesn't rally behind AMC and the money's being distributed, I don't think AMC has a chance of reaching $100. That is very, very unlikely. It's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. But thank you guys for joining. If you're new here, we're close to getting 250 people watching this. If we can, let's try and get that to 100 likes. Helps this out, helps us reach more people. We're going to continue on with this live stream, seeing what happens with AMC, GameStop, until the market closes later. Hopefully we can get AMC over $9.77. You see that resistance, a little resistance right here. If we can get over that, then I think we'll be clear to getting to $10 by the end of the day today. People are wondering, what could AMC get to? Realistically, I'm not trying to be negative or, be pessimistic or say anything. I'm just trying to be honest with you. Is AMC, I think we could see it if we close above 10, either today or tomorrow. We could see it reach that $15 mark again. I don't see it really being able to get much higher than that, to be honest. we could see it, start flirting with that $17, $18 range. I just don't see it really being able to get up to that $20 range within the next week or two. It would take just a lot of volume, a lot of people buying shares in it. And I think if we do see it get back up to that $15 range, a lot of people are going to be selling, getting out of it, taking some profits, or just not losing a lot of money. Because a lot of people got stuck buying AMC after all the hype. When AMC was at $15, GameStop was at $250, $300. A lot of people got stuck there. So I think those people are looking for a way to get back their money, or at least, get somewhere close to it. If you're just looking to be in these stocks for principle of getting back at large institutions, well then you can just continue to hold them. But me personally, that's not important to me. What's important to me is your stock portfolio, my stock portfolio, and making money. So if you're in it for just being a part of this, that's a good reason as well. But for me, my focus is all of us making more money with our portfolios. So I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. Thank you guys for liking. We're almost at that 100 likes. Let's talk. Let me look at these comments. And just spam the comments, the chat with any questions you have. Just spam them. Put them in there. So let me see. Do you see what's happening? Do you see Samuel? How are they manipulating the stock in their favor? GME to the moon. Pat Clark, what's the realistic price target for AMC if not $100 then? Like I said, AMC, long term, I think it could reach what it was pre-pandemic. At one point, it was at $30 a share. If they do everything right, that is possible. Because right now, the market cap for AMC is $3.18 billion. Is that right? Let me look. AMC stock. The market cap for them right now is, $3.18 billion. We'd have to look more into their financials to really see long-term where I see the stock going. We'd have to look at their revenue, what they did before the pandemic. Okay, revenue in Q3 of 2020 says $119 million. Let's look at Q1. Yeah, so Q4 2019. Let's look at annual. That'll be a little better. Annual. So they were doing very well. If you look at this chart, for their revenue at least, their revenue was consistently growing from 2015 to 2018. It looks like 2019 and 2018 were about the same. I'm not going too deep, too in-depth with this. I'm just looking at it, quick glance, looking at these companies. Yeah, but from 2018 to 2019, they did increase revenue every single year for 5 years. So obviously 2020, that year, we're not going to see anywhere near those numbers. Their revenue has been dropping significantly, very quickly. So long term, I think with a $3 billion valuation, we'd have to look more into the stock. I haven't done a lot of research on it, but potentially they could be a $15 billion company if they do everything right. And that's just, off the top of my head, thinking about everything going on. And $15 billion would be 5 times what the price is right now. So yes, just a quick, don't take that for 100% what I'm saying. That's definitely going to be the price. This is just me looking at it right now as you guys are asking. But $15 billion seems like it could be a reasonable number if they execute on everything right and they get back to what they were doing before the pandemic, because they were consistently growing for each of the last couple of years. And with that, so that could be, around a high 30s, maybe low 40s dollar price. And that's if they do everything right. And that's if, movie theaters are still something that people really enjoy going to, and we don't see attendance to movie theaters really drop. And thank you guys for joining. If you're new, we're going to be sticking around here. We're going to keep AMC on the right side of the screen, GameStop live price on the left side of the screen. And if you're new, put any comments you have in the chat, and please be sure to like the video. It helps out a lot, it really does. Do I think NKD will reach $20? Jackson Lador. I do not think, and David, thank you for saying that, but I do not think that Naked Brand will reach $20. When you look at the financials of Naked Brand, I'm going to pull these up for you guys so you can really see. But Naked Brand, they were losing money, a lot of money, every single quarter. They were in a deep hole before this whole started. Good news for that, with everything, with the short squeeze, is that Naked Brand was able to raise $50 million. They issued new shares at $1.70 per share. They issued 29,415,000 shares. So they were able to raise essentially $50 million. And with that money, now they'll be able to grow their business, use it for marketing, product development, and they'll be able to grow. Can this reach $10 a share? Or $20 a share is what you asked. I do not think that this could reach $20 a share in the next couple of years. If they turn everything around, yes, it's possible. But where we're looking at it right now is they were losing tens of millions of dollars each quarter. They were really on the verge of bankrupt. They were about to get delisted from the NASDAQ before this all happened because their price was below $1. So this $50 million they just raised will come in handy. You know, it's going to be really good for the company. But they're going to have to use that wisely because you could run through $50 million very easily. And another thing to keep in mind with Naked Brand is they actually sold off their flagship brand. Their company owns like a number of brands underneath the Naked Brand stock. So they own a couple of different brands under that. And I actually sold off their flagship brand, which is called Naked. They sold that brand off to a different company. And when your company has to sell off its flagship line, that's an issue. That's a red flag. You know, let's say you were I don't go shopping a lot, but let's say it's like let's say you're a clothing brand or like a high-end luxury store and you're selling off your main brand in your store because like your business is struggling. Really what they did is they sold off the Naked brand, their flagship line, because they needed money. And the only way they could get money was by selling off that brand, getting more money, and that's the way to do it. But if your business is doing well, you're never going to sell off your flagship line. Just not going to happen. Trying to band together. Jacob Byers. What about SNDL? That's Sundial. I don't own that. We'll talk about that in a bit. MVP in the chat. You said you're liking GameStop price. Waldo Rodriguez. CCIV. I did speak about that previously. Thank you guys who are joining, who are new here. We're going to follow this all the way through, seeing what happens. And if you are new, please be sure to like the video. We're at 100 likes. Let's see if we can get that to 200 now. You know, we got a lot more people coming in here, but I really appreciate you guys joining. We're going to keep GameStop price on the top left. We're going to keep AMC and Naked Brand. We're going to alternate between those on the right. But anyways, you guys were asking about GameStop and CCIV. So GameStop right now, like I've said, they have a lot of work long term. We could see the price if we close in the green today, which it looks like it's definitely going to happen. We're up 14% for the day, as you can see on the top left. As long as we close in the green today, I think we could see this continue to move up tomorrow and in the next day. The important thing is that yesterday we were down 60% for GameStop. AMC was down 40% for the day. So it's going to be really important to have a green day, have these close in the green today. It's going to be very important. Ideally, we'd like to have GameStop close in the triple digits at around over $100. And if we possibly can see AMC, it was close to that $10 mark. If we can see AMC get over $10 a share, that would be ideal as well. It's going to be important, though, that either way we see these both close in the green, because the last couple of days has been really rough. Last couple of days, the price has been dropping significantly. But anyways, a lot of you guys are new joining us. I want to welcome you guys to the stream. Thank you for joining. We are going to be looking at GameStop, AMC, talking about a couple of other stocks. So thank you for joining. Please be sure to like the video. We're going to see if we can get that up to 200 likes. 425 of you watching. So if only half of you click it, if only a quarter of you click it, we'll get that to 200. So let's see what we can do. Let's look. Jackson Lador. We spoke a little bit about naked brands. Yes. AMC. FPV Tad the Rad. You bought AMC looking to buy more. So I just, keep an eye on AMC. Keep it on the watch list for the next couple of days. And Andre, you're saying, oh, what should I buy, AMC or GameStop? Which will have the biggest, short squeeze explosion, any advice? So you guys have to keep in mind with AMC and GameStop right now, they're very volatile. For me personally, they're a little too volatile. I did invest in naked brands at the start, but right now it's really all over the place. So any money you guys are putting into, let's say, AMC or naked brand or GameStop or BlackBerry, any money you're going to put into those, you got to make sure you're willing to lose it. So don't put any money in that you're not willing to lose. Really, when you're investing in the stock market, unless you're investing in very safe investments, dividend value and blue chip companies, you have to realize that there is a risk. But the risk of investing in these right now is just even higher. It is a lot higher. So you have to be careful with that. If I would recommend following a lot what I do on the main channel, what I talk about. In our public investing account. In that investing account, we're up 90% for the last 3 months. We're up 20% in the last week. And then today alone, we're up 5%. So you guys don't need to take these huge risks. You don't need to take a huge risk trying to double your money in a day with GameStop or AMC. That's how you lose money. Doing that, that's how you lose money. Like this account I made strictly for my YouTube channel to talk with you guys about investing, what I do. I'm, by no means know the best stocks to pick. I just do my own research. I pick what I think is the best. But if you guys want to see when I buy and sell stocks in real time in this account, how, what we're doing, you just join our group in the link. We have a couple hundred people in that group, and you don't have to take big risks to make big returns. You could take small risks over time, and they add up. They add up to a lot over time. So yeah, for me personally, you guys are asking GameStop, AMC. I'm staying away from them, to be honest. I'm going to stay away from them unless I see unless I put a little bit of money in pre-market when the price drops. Like pre-market, we saw today, AMC was down below $7. I was debating buying it on Webull because on Webull you can get in starting at 4 a.m. Eastern time. So starting at 4 a.m. Eastern time all the way through 8 p.m. Eastern time, you can invest on Webull if you're in the U.S. A lot of you guys are from UK, so I know you can't invest on Webull, but the only time I would get in is I'd probably get into AMC or naked brands, not GameStop, and I would watch what's happening with the stock, track it in the morning, and I would let you guys know I'd buy it real time on Webull with you guys tomorrow morning. So make sure to join us then. But as of right now, I don't own any, and I don't plan on buying any more, at least in the afternoon today. If you're looking to try and make a quick buck, though, you're going to have to watch the stock price a lot, and I don't want to have to be glued to the screen watching the stock price go up and down all day. Let's look. Jake Fair. Cannabis stocks, marijuana stocks. Yes, I think those are very good, especially with the Joe Biden administration. I think cannabis stocks will do extremely well in 2020. 21. I think those and sports betting are the two main areas that will really benefit from the Joe Biden administration. Sports betting, online gaming, cannabis, I think those industries are great to be in. For gaming and sports betting, what I really like with sports betting and gaming is actually a SPAC called BFT and the stock ticker symbol, and it's merging with PaySafe. And what I like about them is that you're not just investing in online gaming or in a particular company, but you're investing in the thing behind the company. So like instead of investing in DraftKings, you're investing in the payment processor for DraftKings. Instead of investing in these other companies, you're just investing in the thing behind the thing. So I really like that for BFT and PaySafe. I think that's an industry that's going to do extremely well because of the Joe Biden administration. Chris Brown, thank you for watching. Thanks for those for the message. Really appreciate you guys watching. Let's look. Some other comments. CCIV. A lot of you guys have been asking about that. What is your best money stock? Cody the First. Okay, so right now, the one I've been talking about on the channel, and if you guys are new here, I've talked about this for months now. The three largest holdings, not in my like personal accounts, but in the account I have for you guys on Patreon, the one that has, I just showed you, has $685,000 in it. That account, the largest holdings are STPK, which is Star Peak and Star Peak Acquisition. It's a clean energy play. The next one is BFT, which is what I just spoke about, PaySafe merger. And the third one, the third largest holding in that account is Alussa Energy, which I recently bought at $11. Today it's up to $14, $15. All of those I have over $150,000 in each of those stocks. So yeah. Let's look at this. Is now a good time to buy DraftKings since Super Bowl is coming up? Shaddam Zaman. I think yes. I think we saw DraftKings. The thing is Super Bowl is already probably priced into these stocks. Everyone knows the Super Bowl is, happening very soon. And DraftKings, what happened with DraftKings is they were up, I believe, 10% just the other day. Well, let's throw it on the screen. I want to keep AMC here, but quickly I'm going to put on DraftKings for you guys. DraftKings, yeah, it's up 1.5% today. Yesterday it was up, I believe, 10%. Let's look at the hour chart. Yesterday, yeah, look at this. It was at $53 a share, $55 a share just the other day. Now it's up to $60. I think a lot of this is due to what's going on with Super Bowl, and everyone already is pricing that in. So is now a good time? I think a lot of that is already priced in. I would say, be careful. Like the best days to buy are really on those red days when everything is down a lot. The other day I bought over $400,000 in stocks when the 2 days where everything went down. Thanks, Cody, for turning on bell notifications and subscribing. I do appreciate it. If you guys are new and you like stocks, you like investing, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you can, it'd mean a lot if you could just like this video to help get this out to more people. We're at 142 likes, about 500 people watching, so I think we definitely could get that up to 200 likes. So if you haven't liked it already, please be sure to like it. We're going to hang around here while the market closes. Look at AMC and DraftKings. And I'll be answering your guys' questions. So let's look at this. Carlos asking about NEO. I did invest in NEO. The first time I ever invested in NEO was when it was at $3 a share. One of my friends told me about it. I didn't buy a lot at all. I bought very little amount. I bought most of my position when NEO was at $15 to $23 a share. That's when I bought most of it. I didn't buy much at all when it was under that. But, yeah, so that's when I first bought NEO. NEO right now has a very high valuation. they're going to have to keep delivering on what they said they're going to do. And I think it's a great company, a lot of potential, especially in the Chinese market. Chinese government's not going to let NEO fail. It's just not. It's not going to happen. So it is a good investment. Is it going to 5x in the next year, 2 years? It's possible, but you'll have to wait and see. Depending on what happens with the Chinese government, regulations in China, and if they continue to outperform and deliver on their numbers. Shaddam, the payment processor I mentioned is stock ticker symbol B as in boy, FT. It's called, and it's a SPAC that is merging with PaySafe. It's one of the videos on my channel. Yes, so make sure to check that one out. People are saying XPEV. Let me know in the comments anything else, but XPEV. Yeah, XPEV, what I like about it is right now they have 2 different models. So I've been talking about Li Auto for a while on this. Li Auto, XPeng, and NEO. Out of the 3, Li Auto is a combined play. They do hybrids, and they have only one vehicle called the Li 1, and it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid. So that is their main model. What's surprising about Li Auto is that they actually sell more vehicles, or they did sell in December 2020. They sold more vehicles than XPeng did, and XPeng has 2 models. Li Auto, what I like about them is that they have that one model, but they sell a lot of it. They sell a lot of that one model, and all the other companies have multiple models. So as Li Auto continues to add more vehicles to their lineup, I think we're going to see that really pay off for them, because they are selling a lot of one individual model, which is a good thing. I think that's really good for the company. They just have to start adding more models. They raise money. That'll be good. XPeng, same thing. They have 2 models right now. The Chinese EV market is so new. They need so many vehicles that all those companies are going to do well. But thank you guys for joining. If you're new here, please be sure to like the video. We're at 164 likes. I think we could definitely get it up to 200. So let's see if we could do that. We are almost at 500 viewers. We'll get it back there. But I appreciate you guys joining us today. We're just talking about stocks. Any questions you have, throw them in the chat. I'll be sure to answer as many as I can. Just throw those in there. We're going to keep on the screen. I've told this to you guys who are already here. I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, but we're going to keep AMC on the screen and GME, GameStop, on the screen. I think what's going to be important is hopefully we can get AMC. If it can close in the green and GameStop close in the green, that will be really good for what's going on. Yesterday was like a slaughter. It was down 60%, both of them. So it'll be important to get that up. Have a green day. Let's look. About to invest in Star Peak Energy, going green in this new. Yeah, Cody the First. So Star Peak Energy, it's gone up like 30% in the last couple of days. So you just have to keep that in mind. Star Peak Energy is up significantly. I've been talking about it for a while. I've been trying to get you guys into that. Or at least I was into it. You have to do your own research, but a lot of analysts came out for Star Peak Energy, gave it a $70 price target, $100 price target. They think it's going to do really well. Someone says, "Who are you? Why should we listen to you?" I don't know how to pronounce your name, but no, I'm not offended. This is my second channel. My main channel has 225,000 subscribers. This channel has about 13,000. I have a couple different businesses. I have YouTube channels. And you don't have to listen to me, but you can watch what I do. And what I do is this account right here. This is just this is the only account I have for our YouTube channel that I share with you guys. I have other accounts that I don't share, but in our community on Patreon, I go over all the investments I make in this. I just started it for this channel. It's up 90% in the last 3 months. It's up 20% in the last week, 5% in the last day. So it is doing extremely well. It is more than doubled since I put the money in. Our goal is to get that to $1 million. So I feel like I've shown that with the stock market, able to make some good returns. And if you guys want to follow along with that, the research that I do, well, then you could check that out and watch my videos. If you don't think 90% in 3 months is good enough, then you don't have to watch. But I do have some businesses. I have a couple YouTube channels combined. It's over 250,000 subscribers. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much about me. What do I think about? Who's funding the account? D Cook said, me. I make the money myself with e-commerce stores, my other businesses. I put money in there and I probably tripled it since then. I don't have any sponsors. 0 sponsors. That's funny. If I did it, there'd be more money in that account. But I have other accounts, not including that one. That one is just the one I use for YouTube. I put in around 200,000 in that account. Started growing that from there. In my other account, I have an account on Webull that I used for there. Webull, I put in 40,000 in October. Now it's at 210,000 when I looked earlier today. Maybe 215. Depends what time when I'm looking at it. But so yeah, those are the accounts that I share with you guys on YouTube, and I have other personal accounts that I use on Charles Schwab. No, I know Jumia. Jumia is e-commerce platform in Africa. I think it's around, last time I looked, it was around $50 a share, but I want to keep these on. Jumia. $65 a share now. Yeah, it's continuing to go up. For me, though, I'm not invested in Jumia. I was considering it at one point. It's just the infrastructure in Africa right now needs a lot of developing. And it's a long-term play. People are calling it, the Amazon of Africa, but it's not. It's very different. The infrastructure in Africa needs to be built up a lot for Jumia to really start generating significant amount of revenue. But the good news for Jumia, the thing that I do like about them is that they are the leader in that space. They are the main player for e-commerce in Africa. So that is important. As Africa continues to develop more e-commerce, then Jumia seems like it'll be the major player. We don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see what happens. So anyways, let's get back. AMC, since we first did this, is down significantly. AMC was almost broke through that $10 range when we first started our stream. Now it is back down. Hopefully it doesn't go below that $9 range. It's leveled off a bit. Hopefully we see it get back up over $10. That would be great. Great having it over $10 today. Kyle, thank you for the donation. You said, what's the plan with GME? I made a killing in crypto and wanted to join GME Army. Do hedges still have shorts out, or did they take the loss? What is the plan? So yeah, right now, when we're looking at GME, the short positions, GME yesterday had 21% short volume ratio. So out of the total volume, which was 77 million, about 78 million shares, 16 million of those were shorted. So the ratio is 21%. Compare that to AMC. AMC, the short volume ratio was actually higher. More shares, there was a higher amount of shares of AMC shorted. 120 million shares of AMC were shorted versus the total 461 million that were traded yesterday. So what's important about this is that we're still seeing a very high short ratio for all of these stocks. 21% for Gamestop, 21% for Naked Brand, 26% for AMC. That's a very high ratio. The problem is with GameStop is if I were you, I probably wouldn't put more money in right now unless it's money that you're comfortable with losing. It's more like a gamble. You could double it, but you could lose 50%. Because with GameStop right now, The reason it did so well is because everything was social media. It was what everyone was talking about in the news. It's what everyone was talking about on CNBC, on regular news stations. Any person you asked knew what was going on with GameStop. And that is why the price rose even further, because what happened is when everyone's talking about a single topic, then people start putting money into that, and then all of those people who are putting money into it drive the price up, and then all the banks were shorting it. They had to cover their positions. We saw Melvin Capital lose $3 billion. So if I was you, and thank you, Oliver, for the donation, but if I were you, putting more money into GameStop right now, depending on what your risk tolerance is, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to lose how much money you put in? And if you're not willing to lose it, I would stay away from GameStop. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to let you guys know I want all of us to make more money. I would stay away from that. When you try and take big risks, that's when you lose a lot of money. So, the risk reward, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to maybe be able to double your money in a couple of hours or in the next day? Even if you might lose it, might lose 50%. Because what's going to happen is if you lose 50%, then you're going to try and invest in something else. You might lose another 50%, and then you're going to keep losing money, and then you're going to end up with nothing. So I don't want that to happen to any of us. So that's what happens, though. People then try and chase the big investments, the risky investments, to try and make back their money. And every time you see that, you see on Wall Street Bets stories of people who go from 400,000 to zero, because people try to continue to put money into risky investments to try and make it back. So, if you lost 30,000, let's say, then you're going to try and make that back immediately, and then you're going to run into an issue. So you can't worry about that. You can't do that. That's where you run into issues. Okay, AMC. A lot of messages coming out here, but AMC. You guys are asking about AMC. AMC, again, I think AMC is a much better investment than GameStop. If you're just comparing the two right now, AMC is definitely better, in my opinion, than GameStop. And that's because AMC has a future. GameStop doesn't, at least at this moment. AMC, they still have all of the land, they have all of the movie theaters already, and right now with movie theaters, it's very expensive to build them. AMC is a leading player. They're not going away. GameStop, they're very likely going to be out of business within the next 5 years. We're not going to see any more GameStop locations. So you just have to keep that in mind. Yeah, so Penn Power. So yeah, if you're comparing the two, I'd say AMC is much better than GameStop because AMC is actually a company that will be around 5 years from now. AMC actually will be around 5 years from now. The other people will not, like GameStop will not be around a couple years from now. Yeah. Rusty Muff. I did not see your message. I'm sorry. You said GameStop is recruiting an Avenger-like team to try and revive and better the company. The problem is with GameStop, so I see your comment, but the problem is with GameStop is that their business is selling the discs for the games. And the problem with that is that they don't even make and develop the games themselves. So they can't go ahead and just sell the software. They're going to have to pivot their business entirely. Because right now, GameStop, what they do is they sell the discs, and PlayStation and Xbox cut them out entirely. They said, we're just going to sell the software, the games directly on our platform. So instead of going to a store, you just have to click a button and you could buy the game. So GameStop, in order to be able to compete, they're no longer going to be able to sell games. They're going to have to do something completely different. And I just don't know if they'll be able to make that move. It's going to be a big jump to make. And is it possible? Yeah, it's definitely possible. But I don't know if they'll be able to make that big of a change. But let me know in the comments. Do you guys think they will be able to make a big pivot? And I don't know. It's just going to be a really big change from actually selling games, having locations, to who knows what they would have to do. Who knows? Usman Abbas. And if you don't like the channel, you don't have to watch. I don't know what I'm saying that's bad, but if you guys think AMC and Gamestop are good investments, go for it. I do not think they are great investments right now. Yes, AMC, Jimmy Digital. AMC, yesterday, the short position, short volume for AMC was 120 million shares. The short volume ratio was 26% for AMC yesterday. For yesterday on GameStop, the short volume ratio was 21%. 16 million shares were shorted. Naked Brands, very similar. So all these stocks are still being heavily shorted. Is that going to cause the stock price to go up? Not unless we see a huge amount of volume. If we see a lot of volume from retail investors come in, we could see them come up, but I think it's going to be hard to see that. But hopefully we need to see AMC and GameStop close above like what they were at yesterday. We need to see them in the green today. AMC right now is at 18% increase for the day. GameStop is at 15% for the day. So that is good news. We need to see that. We need to see that if we want to have a chance for tomorrow being a big day as well. And if you guys are new here, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. We're going to keep covering AMC, GameStop. We're going to talk about other stocks that you guys put in the chat, but we're going to keep those on the screen. If you're new, please be sure to like the video. We're at 189 likes. Let's try and get it to 200 likes. It's only 11 more, and a lot of you guys are already here. So let's see if we can get that to 200 likes. Also, I want to get you guys know, I don't want to push this on you, but I want to let you guys know what I do. And what I do is I invest a lot on Webull, which is the platform we have right now showing AMC. So if you're in the US, download the app. You don't have to use my link. I don't care at all. But if you want to be able to trade starting at 4 a.m. Eastern time every single day, all the way up to 8 p.m. Eastern time, well then you have to have Webull. It's not that they don't sponsor me. None of these companies sponsor me at all. I just use it myself. And I'm going to tell you guys what I use myself, because with Webull, trading at 4 a.m. Eastern time makes a huge difference. Robinhood, you can't go until 9:30 Eastern time. So thank you, Bashar, for subscribing. Thank you, Jimmy, for subscribing. I appreciate all of that. So yeah, right now we got over that 200 likes, so thank you guys. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you guys watching. What type of businesses do I have? I have some e-commerce stores. I built a startup app called Bellboy. I had a consulting business. I'm still in college, so yeah, that being said, I have all these businesses while I'm still in college, but we don't really need to talk about that. What's important is the stock market right now. If you guys want to talk about it, I could do another video on it. But AMC is right now at $9.20. We've seen it level off. It's going to be important to see what happens within the next couple of hours. Hopefully we see it close closer to that $10 range. Ideally, we'd like to see it close above $10. That would be ideal. Then we'd be clear to maybe reach that $14 range. We'd have to wait and see, but it's either way, most important that we see it close in the green today. That is crucial. Crucial. How do I feel about Nokia? Okay, so if you're talking about Nokia, GameStop, BlackBerry, if you talk about any of those, what is important right now is that they were all driven up by the massive short squeeze. So they're probably going to come back down just as hard as they went back up. We're already seeing that with GameStop. It was at $400, $500 a share one day. It's already dropped back down now. And it's come down hard. It's come down 60% each day for like 2 or 3 days in a row. People say, one more question that you guys are asking is about college. Me in college, I'm at school because it's important to me, so I'm just going to stay there. I just have a little bit left. But yeah, after school, I'm not working for anyone. I'm just doing my own stuff. So now, like school, while I'm in school, I just wake up earlier, do more work in the morning after to get everything done. But yeah. So yeah, I don't really need to do school, I guess, because I do make enough money, but it's important, so I keep it. Can you see what happened? Nokia correction won't be too much. Real company with real things. Thank you, Brian Peterson, for subscribing. Silver to the moon. Okay. Silver is a different story, guys. If people really start buying into silver, that's a different story completely, because silver has been shorted for years, like decades, by banks. They've kept the price pretty stable. And if we see a massive inflow into silver of capital, a lot of people wanting to buy it, that short squeeze would be something that we've really never seen before in the stock market. I don't think it's going to happen. Silver is completely different than GameStop. You can't really even compare the two. So, but yes, silver is a lot what some people are talking about now being the next short squeeze. It's going to be a lot harder for that to actually happen. It's going to be a lot harder. Yeah, so some people are saying silver is a distraction. Silver, it was from Wall Street Bets initially. People on Wall Street do not want you to buy silver because they do short it. They short it. So they're not going to want you buying silver. So it did come from Wall Street Bets. People on Wall Street Bets were looking at what is another asset that a lot of people short. And they came up with silver. And that is true. So right now, AMC is at $9.14. Jimmy Digital. If you guys are wondering what this app is that I am investing on right now, it's I pinned the top comment. So it's just that top comment. You can click the link. Check out that app. And that is where I trade and invest pre-market and after hours. Eric Carr. Let's take a look now at Naked Brand. Naked Brand this morning at one point was below $1. I think it was around 75 cents at one point, I think, today. It has risen up significantly. Again, all these stocks, it's important that we have another green day because the last couple of days have been terrible. They've just been terrible. They've been down significantly in the last couple of days, and today's going to be very important that we see these close in the green. Going to be very important. Silver, Palantir. Yeah, you guys want to know about Palantir is another stock I've spoken about for a while on this channel. Palantir is a stock that has a lot of potential long-term in the data space. They have a lot of government contracts with the U.S. government. They also have contracts with large corporations, and their software was actually used to help figure out the best way to distribute the vaccine in the UK. So they're very intertwined with government organizations, large businesses, and I think Palantir having all these deals with government organizations is going to lead to a lot of business long term, because when you have a lot of contracts with the government, I think it leads to more people trusting you. I think if you have more contracts with government organizations, secret projects, if I was a Fortune 500 company, I would say, well, if Palantir can work with these secret government organizations, they've done a good job, they continue to renew their contracts, so then I could trust them as well. You guys are talking a little bit about Dogecoin. I've seen a couple people mention Dogecoin in the chat. I want to keep on showing AMC here. But with Dogecoin, I want to let you guys know, I mentioned this in the live stream earlier, just about right now with Dogecoin, is that really Dogecoin is never going to be as large as like a Bitcoin, or it's just because the whole way it's designed. Dogecoin, 10,000 new coins are mined every minute. 5 million are added to the circulation. 5 billion are added to circulation every year. So every year, your position decreases. It gets diluted. How many shares do you own? So it's like you own 1 out of 100 this year. Next year, you own 1 out of 500. The next year, you have 1 out of 110. So every year you have it, your position gets smaller and smaller just because there's new coins added. Bitcoin isn't like that. Bitcoin has 21, 22 million, coins that are ever going to be in existence. The more money people put into Bitcoin, the more the price is going to go up. And it's just because supply and demand. There's a limited supply of Bitcoin, but there is an unlimited supply of Dogecoin. So you have to keep those in mind when you're investing in the two. Even Elon Musk, he came out and said that Dogecoin is really just a meme crypto. He's like, it was made as a joke. So he's like, make sure when you're looking at it, you realize that. He says whenever he tweets about it, he doesn't mean to be serious. He's like, it's all, just joking manner. It's not meant to be taken very seriously. He said it would be ironic if Dogecoin was the currency of the world, but it's probably not going to happen. BlackRock invested in AMC. I'm looking at the guys' chat right now. If you guys are new here, welcome back to the chat. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. It's afternoon here at least. So comment down below what, if you own any positions in AMC, Naked Brand, or GameStop, so I know which ones you guys want me to cover in particular. And if you are new, please be sure to like the video. We're at 219 likes. We definitely can get that up to 300. It really helps me out a lot, helps this reach more people. So, no, Dogecoin is, I'm almost positive, billion, not 5 million, billion. Dogecoin supply. Let's look up Dogecoin supply. $5 billion. Now, this is on Reddit, so not the most trustworthy source, but I don't feel like looking for all of it right now. So I'll look into this later on, but it says 5 billion coins are added each year. We'll have to find an actual reputable source for that. Ooh, now we're seeing AMC drop. AMC is dropping. Less than $9. We needed to see it above that $9. As long as we see it in the green, that'll still be good today. GameStop is dropping as well. Both of these are taking pretty big hits now. AMC is under $9. GameStop is under $100. We need to make sure they are in the green today. That will be pretty important. Yeah, JG, you said that JG, Dogecoin is limitless. Yes, it is. The supply is limitless for Dogecoin. It just means every year there's going to be more and more, so. Let's look. Emily M., can you explain everything? I'm so confused. What are you confused about exactly? what's going to happen with GME. Okay, yeah, GME. Right now, it's at $98 a share. It is dropping right now. The whole reason that we're seeing the stock price fluctuate so much is because of all the information in the news about these stocks recently. So with GME, what we're going to have to see for it to go back up to the prices it was at, we're going to have to see more people start putting money into it. We're going to have to see more news coverage on it. And if we see a massive inflow of capital, that could cause a short squeeze again, because banks are still consistently shorting this stock. The whole way up, banks have been shorting it. Yesterday, like I said, yesterday alone, 16 million shares were shorted of GameStop. So what that means is people still think the price is going to go down. People have been shorting it the whole way. So yeah, GameStop long term for me doesn't have a great long term outlook. Advice on starting a business. You guys are wondering. That's not really for this stream. If you guys are wondering about that, probably better off to join our private group, or we'll do it on a different live stream. But it's not really this. We're gonna keep more about stocks. Doge, Elon Musk. Could there be another hedge? I don't know how to pronounce your name. KO6E 2x4. If you don't like the channel, I'm just stating facts about Dogecoin. The fact is Dogecoin, the supply is limitless. And with Dogecoin, more coins are mined every year, every minute. 10,000 new coins are mined. And there's no limit on it. So you could take that what it is, but it's like, just think about it. This year, there's 125 billion Dogecoin in circulation. In a couple years from now, that's going to be 200 billion coins. So if you just look at it, every year there's more coins added to circulation. It dilutes your position. No matter how you look at it, no matter if you like Dogecoin, you don't like Dogecoin, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. That's just how it is. Can they change it? Yeah, they probably could. They can change it to make it so there is a hard limit. But the founder of Dogecoin, what they did is there was originally a hard limit, but then they took that off. Let's look for AMC. AMC is still under that $10, it's even under $9 range. We saw it drop a bit to $8.82. It's just going to be important that we see these close in the green. AMC is up 13.9% for the day. GameStop is up about 10% for the day. It's going to be very important that we see that continue, and we see those continue to do well over the next couple of days. We need to have them close in the green today. Lucas G. You're talking about Naked Brands. Yep, Naked Brands, in my opinion, you got to remember with Naked Brands, their business was on the verge of bankruptcy. All of these were, but Naked Brands in particular, they were, before this happened, Naked Brands was about to get delisted from the NASDAQ. They were just about to get delisted. They were losing millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars every single quarter. So the only positive for Naked Brands now, if you're looking at it, unbiased opinion, the only positive for Naked Brands is that they did just issue $50 million in new funding. So they have now $50 million that they can use to grow the business, help with marketing, and that is a good sign. Now they have $50 million that they didn't have. They're not at risk of being delisted at this point because they still are above that dollar price. So that is the good news. That is the good news for Naked Brands. You guys are new here. Let's try and get that to 300 likes. Right now we're at 230. So if you're new, thank you for joining us. We're going to keep talking about GameStop, AMC, and any stock you want me to talk about. Throw it in the chat. If I know enough about it, I will address it. I'll let you guys know. But yes, let's try and get that up to 300 likes. We're at 230. There's about 450 of you here. Let's see if we can get that to 300. So yeah, Naked could do a reverse split. It's possible. But the problem is right now is they're so close to that dollar price that if they go below the dollar, they'll be at risk of getting delisted. And they don't want that from happening. So it's not likely. Not likely. BlackBerry, we'll pull that up. We haven't looked at that yet. AMC still below that $9 mark. Let's look at BlackBerry. See if you guys are looking at these, they're all following the exact same pattern. What was it at right here, 3:05 p.m. Eastern time? All these stocks took a massive hit. Let's look at AMC. Yep, AMC. Same thing. Gamestop. Same thing. Yeah, they're all following the same pattern. They're all just continuing to follow really what GameStop is doing. When are the hedge funds going to pay out their contracts? Got any thoughts on AI, machine tech? Sean Porter, thank you for joining. Appreciate your question, what you're talking about. AI, we haven't really talked about that today, but AI is going to be really important in cybersecurity, especially with Palantir. A lot of these stocks, AI is just the way of the future. It helps businesses make decisions faster, make better decisions. So yeah, one stock in particular that I have spoken about on the channel is actually AI is the stock ticker symbol. So you want to maybe check that out, put that on your watch list if you are interested in that space. It has a very high valuation for what the company does right now. So yeah, take a look at that. Someone's asking what do I think about always the same curve for GameStop, AMC. People are saying maybe it's manipulated, like Corey thinking it's manipulated. Right now, these are so volatile. There's such high volume in them. And really, they are following the same trajectory. It's like, when you see the stock market, though, if you look at the S&P 500 or NASDAQ, a lot of the time you see all the stocks in those indices following the same pattern. And right now, it's like all these stocks that saw the massive short squeeze, they're basically grouped together. They're following the same sort of pattern. Like when the stock market's down for a day, or you see like news come out, usually everything in that indice looks like it's down as well. Like S&P 500, the other day when one thing drops, you'll see it all of a sudden at 3 p.m. it drops. All the stocks drop in that. People are saying, what's the ticker? Sean Porter, yeah, the ticker symbol is AI. That's all it is. AI. And the company is called, in particular, I want to get you the right information. AI. The company is called C3.ai. The stock ticker symbol is AI. So yeah, C3.ai. Sean Porter, that is you. I am not a technical analyst. I follow trends in the market, look at what's going on in social media, in the news, what people are talking about on Twitter, TikTok. I try and see what trends are going on. And from that, I evaluate what are topics that are going to be driving growth over the next couple of years, what people are talking about that moment. So right now, a lot of stocks that I'm really into are clean energy, especially with the Joe Biden administration, them passing more money there. I really like clean energy. I also really like, obviously, electric vehicles, because in the future, there's going to be more electric vehicles, no matter how you look at it. We don't know which company's going to come out on top, but that is what is the case. Like, more electric vehicles are needed to reduce carbon emissions, and Joe Biden administration is going to be continuing pushing for that. Okay. Those of you guys who are new here, please be sure to like the video. We only have 245 likes, but we have over 400 people watching. So let's see if we can get that to 300. If it's too hard, don't worry about it, but it would help me out a lot. Ed McHugh, OEG, Sean Porter, Givo. Anish L, you're holding AMC. Yeah, AMC right now, what is it at? Let's get that back up on the screen. $8.81. I hope we really need to close in the green today. If we don't, this run is not looking too good anymore. It does not look too good. Coming up to the market closing, though, guys, we are right now seeing a lot of these stocks take a pretty big hit. AMC's continuing to go down. It's at $8.65. Let's look at. That is not a good sign, guys. Not a good sign at all. Yes, Manuel. Light them up. Let's get the likes up. Nico, should I put money into ALUS or wait? I think ALUS, obviously don't put all your money into it. But yes, it's going to be an investment that I think will pay off, especially with the industry it's in, especially with all the hype around batteries, electric vehicles, SPACs. It's sort of positioned in the right place. If I were you, I would put some money in now. You could wait a couple days, see what happens. If it drops back down after this run, put more money in. But you don't want to miss out on everything now because $14 for it is still a very low price, considering what's going on with SPACs. If you're looking at valuation because of fundamentals, well, you don't really take that into account with a lot of these SPACs. You're looking well into the future, and the way Alussa Energy is positioned for the future, it is positioned in the right market in Norway and in Europe. It's positioned in the right industry with electric vehicles, battery production. It's also positioned very well right now to do well because it is a SPAC, and SPACs are doing very well. Let's see. SNDL. Talk about FREYR. I don't own FREYR. I don't know enough about it to talk, but I'll look into it, Dallas. I will look into it more to be able to talk about it for you guys. I like to stick with stocks I know, and I don't usually add a lot of new stocks to my portfolio. When I like something, I put more money into that because you don't need 50 stocks. If you have 3 stocks you like a lot, just keep putting money in those. Some that I have in one of my portfolios, I just have a lot of IPOD, IPOF, because I believe in Chamath. I think he has great leadership, and I think he will definitely find a good company to take public. Keenan, wondering about AMC. Yeah, it looks like AMC right now is just, it's not looking good. We definitely don't want to see GameStop or AMC close in the red today. That's not going to be a good sign because we've had multiple days in a row where they were in the red. 60% down yesterday, like 40% the day before. We don't want to see that happen again. I think the run will probably be next to over if we see it in the red again. Yeah, Abdul, I really only talk about stocks. I'm not a crypto person, so if you're looking for crypto, not the channel for that. Talk a little bit about Dogecoin, a little bit about Bitcoin, stuff that's in the news primarily, but not. I won't go into detail with crypto. It's not my area. I don't know if you guys saw Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos step down. I know you guys want to keep on the screen with AMC, but we're going to switch it up a bit. Amazon CEO steps down. Yep, now CEO of Amazon will be Andy Jassy. Take over in Q3. It's pretty surprising because when you think of Amazon, you think of Jeff Bezos. They are tied together. We're going to keep the stock price for GameStop up on the top left of the screen. But yeah, when you think of Amazon, you think of Jeff Bezos. That's all I think of. He's right now 57 years old. That's not very old at all. And it really came out of nowhere. It was a shock to a lot of people, especially me. Let me know if you guys think how this is going to affect the stock price. But in my opinion, I think Amazon's already established. I don't think Jeff Bezos is really tied to the valuation of the company. Like for example, like an Elon Musk. If Elon Musk resigned, well, then you would see a huge drop in the stock price because people invest in Tesla because of Elon Musk. And yeah, I don't think it's really going to affect it too much. But one more thing before we get back to AMC, I want to tell you guys about Uber and Grizzly. I think it's called Grizzly. Drizzly. My bad. Yeah, Uber agreed to buy alcohol delivery service Drizzly for $1.1 billion. Uber's stock price right now, let's take a look at it. Uber stock price recently, Uber's stock price has done pretty well since November. Makes sense. I haven't looked at Uber too much, but it makes sense since things are opening back up. People are going to be going out more. Uber will do better. But in particular, if you guys don't know what Drizzly is Drizzly is an alcohol delivery service. I've actually tried to use them before, but they're not available in all states yet. So Drizzly was founded in 2012, became the leading on-demand alcohol delivery service in the U.S. I think this will definitely help Uber. Their stock price. Uber right now, they have Uber Eats, they have now Drizzly, and they have, their driving service, along with a couple of other things they're working on. They're also working on self-driving technology, robo-taxis. So I think this is a great addition to their platform and to their brands under their umbrella. I think that's really going to help out because alcohol has a lot of regulations, and it's not as easy as you would think to just order alcohol from an app. There's actually a lot of restrictions in place. It's not so easy. But let's get back to AMC. We are getting into the end of the day here. AMC is at $8.79 a share. Glad you guys like talking about a couple other topics. I really enjoy talking about like all the stuff in the news. That's how I make the decisions in the first place. You guys want to know how I pick stocks? Is reading the news a lot, figuring out what's going on with these companies, seeing trends in social media, what people are talking about. That's the key. That's how I've been able to make what I've made. Mike Harvey, yeah, people slurring Drizzly as they give. Yeah, I mean Drizzly. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it is a pretty big company, and alcohol has a lot of regulations. Getting into that industry was, it's a huge industry. It makes a lot of money for restaurants. Now for Uber and their company, I think Drizzly will definitely help out with that. But if you guys are new here, thank you for joining us today. I'm talking about a lot of different topics. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's try and get the video to 300 likes. We're at 260. I know we can get it to 300, so let's see if we can. I'm going to talk about a couple of other big things that are going on with stocks and the news, and you guys just need to make sure that you stick around and you listen to what we talk about with what's going on in the news and the pandemic and with companies in general. Because a lot of people are looking for stocks that are going to gain 100% overnight. That's where you lose the money. When you want to make money, you find these stocks that make some big moves now. Some big news comes out they're making some changes to their business, or people are talking about them on social media. And the way you make a lot of money is you invest in those companies, and every year, every single year, there's always handful of stocks that triple, quadruple in value. And the thing is, you got to be able to find those stocks, because it happens every year. You have to find those stocks that are going under the radar for Wall Street before analysts talk about them. You get into them before they do, and then that's when they take off. Like we saw with NEO, as soon as an analyst came out with a $50 price target for NEO, it went from $20 to $50 overnight. So if you're looking to really make money, you got to follow these trends. I'm going to be talking about them every day, what's going on. And yeah, it's going to be, I'm glad you guys like watching these other topics, because if you're just looking to make $1, a quick buck in a day, that's how that's how everyone runs into problems. And I don't want that. I want to make sure that we all make more money. So, but yeah, if you are new here, please be sure to like the video. We're at 267. I know we can get it to 300. We are so close, guys. So close to getting it to that 300 likes. If you haven't liked it, what are you doing? We're watching this. You might as well just like it. So, but anyways, Marcos Garcia, thank you. Alcohol to go legal here in Texas. You can go to a restaurant, drink half, take it to go. So Uber is doing good here to deliver alcohol. Sean Porter, when this short is over, I'm moving in the big names because they were sold to cover short interest sales. Yeah, I don't own a lot of like blue chip companies. I don't really own a lot of blue chip stocks. I own a lot of growth stocks that are probably around the, not small cap, but let's say maybe $2 to $40 billion market cap. That's a really big range, but I look at more what the company does and what they're trying to accomplish, what their goals are, what their product does, what industry they're in, and I look at it that way. Alexander, yes, for which platform? You need to make sure to use Webull. They don't sponsor me. I'm not sponsored. No company pays me to talk about them. I just tell you what companies I like, what companies I use, and I've never done a sponsorship deal on my other channel where I have 225,000 subscribers. Sorry. I've never done a sponsor on there, never done a sponsor on this channel, and I don't plan on doing it. I'm just going to talk to you guys about stocks that I like. I don't need sponsors. I'd rather just tell you guys what I actually enjoy. And for trading and investing, I definitely use Webull because you can invest pre-market. So you guys want to make sure to download that starting now. Use that link. I pinned it to the top. If you download it now, you can get 4 free stocks valued up to $1,600. And I don't care if you use that. If you want to, great. But if you're not, then if you don't want to use that, still download it, and you can invest starting at 4 a.m. Eastern time. And that is huge. That makes a big difference. Like Webull isn't always, it's a little more complicated for options, but you get used to it, and I think Webull is something that you guys definitely are going to want to check out. It's what I use. I'm not telling you anything I don't use myself. Coleman Nolan, great stream. Are you live every day? So yeah, I've been thinking of doing a live every day and a longer episode every day. And then on my other channel, which is called The Real Rubes Clips, if you go to the channels in the, if you go to the channels that are featured on my channel, it's right there. That other channel has 225,000 subscribers, and I'm going to be posting clips from these live streams and from my longer episodes on that other channel. So if you don't want to stick around for the entire live stream, I really appreciate when you guys are here. But if you only want to see clips of important topics, I'm going to put clips on that other channel so you guys can see those. So let me know your opinion on that. But I think that is going to be really good. It'll be like, a 3-minute clip on when we talked about Drizzly. 3-minute clip when we talked about Amazon and Jeff Bezos. 3-minute clip on Elon Musk. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. But I don't want to get too distracted here. I know we got a little off topic. But, yep, we're seeing AMC right now at $8.66. Like I said, we need to see this close above what it finished at yesterday. We need to see it close in the green. Right now it's up 10%. That's like bare minimum. We need to see it in the green today. The last couple of days have been rough. They've been extremely rough. Down 60% the other day, 40% 2 days ago. If you look in the last 2 days, even according to this article, it says GameStop was down 72% the last 2 days. So today's a key deciding factor on if we're going to be able to see a recovery, and we're going to see these be able to go back up to highs they were at before, or if we're not going to see that. It's just going to be crucial that we do keep an eye on that. I don't know if you guys saw, but one of the stocks in our portfolio is up now. TPGY, it's another charging station stock. It's spiked up quite a bit after hours. And if you guys want to see when I do buy these stocks, make sure to join our group. It is in the link in the description. Yeah, this spiked up. All of a sudden, it's up now. It was up 7% at one point. It's a charging station company. Not fast charging stations. That's a different one, but they do have charging stations. Thank you guys for joining. We are almost at 300 likes finally. Let's see if we can get that thing to 300. I know we can. We're at 287. Let's see if we can get there. Let's look at what you guys are saying. Nico. You're just putting period. That's nice. 8 G's on GME. Does AMC have any interesting proposals for rectifying the business model? Comparison GME. Okay. Yeah. Ryan Donovan, thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. But Ryan, so let's first talk about AMC because we have that on the screen. Right now, AMC is at $8.63. Do they have any plans for altering their business model? Do they have any plans for the future to make sure the business succeeds? AMC is in a much better position than GameStop. AMC, they already have all the infrastructure in place. They already have all of the theaters, and that's a lot of land. That's a lot of money that other companies don't have. AMC, they also are in an industry and have a business that is a unique experience. It's like an amusement park. People go to the movies for the experience of going to the movie, get popcorn, and go on a date. So I think that is something that is never going to change. I think people are going to want to continue to go to movie theaters, even with streaming services and all of that. I think people are going to continue to want to go to the movies. On the other hand, with GameStop e-commerce is not really a viable business plan, in my opinion, for the company. Because when you're looking at GameStop, the company doesn't actually make the games themselves. They just sell games that other companies make. And the problem with that is that people can get any game they want to play directly from the console. So why do they need to order a game on GameStop when they could you just go to the homepage on an Xbox or PlayStation and download it instantly? So if you could just download it instantly, why would you need to go and order a game on e-commerce for GameStop? You don't. Not in my opinion. So I think GameStop have to make... Top. They don't own that land and buildings. They lease it. Yeah. AMC, right. They don't own, there are a lot of times, AMC's in a mall. Like the AMC I go to is in a mall. They don't own that. You're right. But the point is that they already have all this infrastructure built out. They have all the theaters in place. Even if they're leasing it if they're leasing it from a mall, they're leasing the space out. They still have already all these theaters put in place, all of the equipment needed for a movie theater, and that's not so easy. The two main players right now are Regal and AMC. If anything, we'll probably see AMC. They could buy out smaller theaters if they're going to go out of business, but AMC's not going away. GameStop, on the other hand, they're going to definitely need to pivot. They're going to need to pivot their business model because just doing games online is not going to be an option when you could just download software. Guys, we're at 298 likes. Literally, we need 2 people to like that. We'll be at 300. Yeah, theaters are dead, people are saying. But let's see if we can get it to 300. Anyways, comments. People are saying theaters are dead. Do you think the squeeze on GME and AMC is done by now, or it can come in the next couple of days? Okay, so right now, movie theaters I think is an experience. I don't think that's going away. Like I said, don't need to repeat myself there. GME and AMC over the next couple of days. What do I think? Do I think we're going to see a short squeeze? Can the stock price go up from where they are? I think as long as today closes in the green, we definitely can see them bounce back. Right now, AMC is at up 13% for the day. Gamestop is only up 2%. It's going to be very important that we see these close in the green today. Yeah, top damage wizard. Buy GME for the meme, buy AMC and hold for long term. AMC is the much better option long term if you're looking at both of those. If you're looking at AMC, if you're comparing the two and just saying which is better, AMC or GameStop, I would say AMC is better. Do I think that's the best investment right now for the stock market? No, I don't think it. I think they're much better opportunities. But yeah, moving forward, we're gonna stay on here. As we're seeing the stock market close today, AMC is making a move back upwards. It's looking like. But let me know. Do you guys think? What should we call these streams in the future? Should I just say live? Just say live, or do you want me to talk about Because a lot of times I just want to talk about a lot of topics, a lot of things going on in the news, almost like a podcast. But we're gonna do it live. We can talk about a bunch of different topics that are going on for that day. Do you want me to just put the title as the main topic I'm going to talk about, like the highlight of it, what I think is most interesting, or do you just want me to put live episode 1 or live, we could say like February 3rd, 2021. I'm thinking of just putting like the main title of it, like the topic that is the most prominent that I really like the most. Say live, lag. Michael on the mic. I like that, Sean. I was thinking my last name. You guys don't know my last name. Probably don't know how to pronounce it, but it's called Rubel. Michael Rubel. That's how you pronounce it. So I was thinking The Real Rubes, because that's what I have as my other channel right now. The Real Rubes Clips. REAL space WRUBES Clips. Jonathan Bradford, Michael on the mic. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. If we use it, we'll give you credit. We'll give you credit, Sean. We'll give you credit. But yeah, we're looking right now. AMC is continuing to go up. Hopefully we can get that over the $9. It's over $9. If we could close over 10, guys, that'll be big. I don't day trade, but we need to see this in the green today to have any chance of moving forward and seeing a big run up. Cody the First live with the topic and episode. People are saying there was Sean. Topics add some optimizing. Yeah, I agree, Taylor. I agree. Main topic because it'll stay on. I mean, if you look, some people, it's not a podcast, but Joe Rogan, he always just puts Joe Rogan. He says Joe Rogan episode 1 with whoever. So, remember how hot AMC Stubs was after Movie Pass failed? Movies aren't done. Top Damage Wizard, I agree. I think you are definitely right. Movie theaters are not done. Like, I like going on dates to the movie theater with my girlfriend. I like going to the movie theater. It's haven't been able to do it in a while. Definitely will when the theaters start opening up. I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but AMC is continuing to go up, which is great news. Like, if you're looking at what's going to happen the rest of the week. If we can see it close in the green today, and it is right now, I think we have a chance of getting it back over that $10 a share. I think we definitely have a chance. Right now, it is at $8.96 a share. Gamestop is at $94. It would be ideal for GameStop to be over that $100 mark, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Mike Harvey, Drizzly's already on your Facebook feed. Yeah, I mean, they're going to have a lot of advertisements going out. So yeah, I use, while we're waiting, we're waiting for the market to close, we're watching these couple of stocks. People are asking me about Webull. Why do I like Webull? I like Webull because they let you trade starting. It's not my own, it's not my big account's on Charles Schwab. It's the most, I like Charles Schwab for, my large account. But Webull and Robinhood are the other ones I like. If you had to pick between Webull and Robinhood, I'd say Webull because you can trade starting 4 a.m. Eastern time. You can't do that on Robinhood. You can't do that on Charles Schwab, but you can do that on Webull. So if you don't have it, you want to be able to invest pre-market, after-market, just make sure to download that. I don't care what link you use. I don't care how you download it. If you want free stocks, you can use my link. I pinned it. If not, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Will we see Fabian Esperanza? Will we see $20 or $30 a share for AMC? If we see AMC close in the green today, I think it is very possible for us to see it approach $20. $30, I don't think it's going to happen. $20, I think is possible. Do I always invest with limit orders? Taylor Stone, limit orders with when I invest. No, I do not. Most of the time, if I pick a company, I'm not looking at it for I'm not looking to day trade it. So I'm just looking at it as, doesn't matter if I get it for 10 cents more, 10 cents less. Doesn't matter to me. I'm looking at it, for the next couple of months, next couple of years, this is going to be a great investment. My wife bought wine from Drizzly after watching a commercial last week. I think it's a solid pick. I agree. I think what we're seeing now with COVID and everything going on there, I don't think you're going to see a lot of these trends go away. The way people order food, people go out to eat. It's a habit now. People are more comfortable. A lot of people just like staying at home. They choose that. It's just once people get into these habits of staying home more, it's not as easy to break as you would think. People are wondering what the stock ticker symbol is for Drizzly. Mike Harvey. Drizzly was just acquired by Uber. There's no talk. So I guess investing in Uber is investing in Drizzly, but Uber is the company that owns Drizzly now. They just announced that they acquired them for a little over $1 billion. AMC, though, we are seeing it hovering right around that $9 mark. Oh, big news, you guys. Big news. We just had the investor conference for STIC. They were talking about the merger that is set to take place. STIC and BarkBox. This is really important. Really important. You do not want to miss that because BarkBox is a company that I am very bullish on. I really like their stock. So right now, let's look at this. Yeah, so STIC and BarkBox are going to be merging. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, we're coming up to the market closing. Right now it is 3:40 p.m. Eastern time. And market will be closing in about 20 minutes from now. Let's throw on the screen. And we'll keep it here. And we'll throw on AMC. But yeah, I think we're probably gonna. I think for the streams from now on, I'm gonna do one stream. I'm gonna do one other episode that's about 20 minutes, and I'm gonna post all the clips on my other channel. So if you do want to see clips from this rather than have to watch the whole thing, make sure to check out that channel. I'm gonna put all the clips over there. Yep, nice day for BFT. BFT did very well. BFT did well. Alussa did well. Starpeak did well. TPGY did well. All of these stocks were up over 5%. They're all in our public portfolio that you can join if you want to see the stocks I buy. If you don't, then you don't have to. But if you want to see stocks I buy in real time, make sure to join that group. It is the top link in the description of the video. I tell you, the second I buy it, the second I sell it, we go over. Yes, Zachary Evanson. STIC is merging with BarkBox. And I love BarkBox. I have a French Bulldog. He likes the toys from there. We ended up always going to Target and Petco, and whenever we get toys for him, they end up being BarkBox. I did it without even knowing it, without knowing the company was going to be going public, but they are set to merge in Q2 of 2021. There hasn't been a lot of action with the stock price recently, so maybe a good time to get in now. I do own a little over 11,000 shares of STIC. I think it's right around $14 a share right now. So yeah, I would definitely take a look at that. Everyone I've talked to loves BarkBox, loves their products. And thank you, David Schumann. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys watching this. And yeah, if you guys we're seeing right now, AMC is at $8.97. We're getting really close to the market closing. I really hope we see it finish above that 9. It looks like we're definitely going to finish in the green today for AMC at 14%. Right now it's up 14%. That's good. Volume today was at 209 million shares. That's a lot less than we have been seeing in the last couple of days. Yeah, we'll have to wait and continue to see what happens there. Also, another person you guys have to keep an eye out for is with Cathie Wood and ARK Invest. I don't know if you guys know this site, but I want to show it to you. Right now, if you look at lucidtracking.com, on this site, you're able to see exactly what stocks Cathie Woods and ARK Invest buy that day. You're able to see how much they bought of a stock, when they bought it. You're able to see everything. So I talk about this a lot. These are stocks that I look into a lot. I typically check this out every once in a while. But for example, right now, ARK Invest bought today $500,000 of, well, this was yesterday, about $500,000 of EXPC. And all you do is you click on it. This is just a company, this is just a site I use. They don't pay me. I just show you. No one pays me for any of the stuff I talk about. I just show you guys what I like. But yeah, EXPC, their stock right now is at $15. They're trying to be the Uber of the air for helicopters, for drones, for airplanes. They're trying to make transportation in the air more like Uber. But I want to show you guys this because right now, EXP, this is taking forever to load. Let's delete some of these other tabs I got open. Right now, it's not seeming to load. But the way you do is on this app, Lucid Tracking, you can see exactly what stocks they're buying and selling in real time. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so you could see every day that ARK Invest bought or sold a stock, they've been buying. This is a very small company. It is small market cap. It is a SPAC. And like I said, it's trying to be the Uber of the air. Very, very new industry that's been doing extremely well. We saw a company called EHang. They've gone from $10 a share to over $85 a share. They're in the exact same industry as this. This one's now at 15, and ARK Invest and Cathie Wood have been buying this stock up consistently every day. They bought about $7 million last week, $2 million the week before, and they just started buying it recently. So yeah, make sure to check out that site. I'll just throw the link in chat so you guys can see it. There you go. Threw it in the chat. But yeah, if you want to check that out, it is a site that is very useful, especially following what ARK Invest and Cathie Wood are doing. Is something that I think is smart because they have a lot of researchers that are looking into companies. They have a lot of people there who are experts in this space looking at each of these industries, and that is something that you want to do. Sean Porter. But anyways, let's go back. A subscription is required. I don't have access to that for you guys. Like I pay, I think it's like $5. If not, you could also just go directly to ARK Invest website and see they upload at the end of every day a piece of like a PDF. I'll show you guys. At the end of every day, they upload like a PDF, ARK Invest holdings. They upload a PDF with all of their holdings. It's a lot harder to track, but you don't have to pay for it, so that's a positive. But yeah, so if you scroll down on ARK Invest website, you see their top 10 holdings. You just click View All Holdings, and then this is the most updated list of their holdings as of February 2nd, 2021. So that's another way to do it if you don't want to get that other website. But yeah, we are seeing right now AMC continue. Hopefully it gets over that $9 mark. We're coming up just about as market is closing. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, right now it's sitting around that $8.95 mark. But yeah, right now it looks like we're going to close in the green today for AMC. Gamestop looks like it's going to stay about the same. Not much moving there today. It's up 3% for the day, it says, 4% for the day. Seeing a big downward trend towards close. Like I've said before, and I'm going to continue to say, this whole entire thing with AMC, GameStop, and all of these companies that saw the massive short squeeze the other day, they're driven just by social media, massive banks having to cover their positions, and all the hype. So really they're gambles right now. It's going to be a big gamble. So yeah, just if you're investing in them, make sure. If we're investing in them, make sure that you're willing to, like, you know the fact that you could lose whatever money you put in. I don't want any of you guys losing money, but you just have to know if you're putting money into naked brands, if you're putting money into AMC, if you're putting money into any of these stocks, you are risking losing a lot of money. Manuel, if the hype stays there, it could work. But do you want to take that risk? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. But yes, we are seeing right now AMC is right around that $8.89 mark. We're just going to continue having this up on the screen. I got some big news for you guys tomorrow. We will see what happens there. I'm going to go again live. We're going to talk more about AMC. Hopefully we see them jump back up again. That would be very, very good. We did have a green day today, it looks like, so I think it should be good news for AMC and GameStop and Naked Brands all going into tomorrow. So I'll have to wait and see, but it does look pretty promising. It does look promising, guys. Let me know in the chat where you guys are from. If you're from the US, a different country, what states you're in. I'd like to see where everyone is from, what the split is. Guillermo, what are my thoughts on NEO and BNGO? NEO I like, BNGO I like. I mean, NEO I really like as an investment. Electric cars are not going anywhere. We need more of them. BNGO, on the other hand, is a riskier play. Thank you, guys. We're seeing, UK, USA, Seattle, Texas, Indiana, Hawaii. Oh, a lot of places I've been to. Before the whole thing started, I did used to travel a lot. Texas, Wisconsin, France. I actually will be moving to Texas, guys. I will be moving to Texas. I'm in Georgia. I will be moving there in a couple of months. So I'm going to have a whole studio set up also. So I'm not filming like with the wall just behind me. We're going to have a whole studio that I'm building. Romania, Ireland. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Am I into crypto? I'm not into crypto. Not right now. We're going to keep this up. Normally, guys, I am not a person who day trades. As you can see from our account, the one that I have in our group where I tell you guys all of my investments in this account. This isn't my main one, but this is the one I show you guys on YouTube. In this account right now, we're at $680,000. I don't day trade. There's not been one stock I've ever day traded in this account. In the last 3 months, we're still up 90.5%. 90.5%, no day trading. This really, I don't think I've sold much of anything. I buy stuff. I don't really sell it. I just keep buying stuff. It is a margin account right now. So I do have money on margin. So yeah, I haven't sold much of anything in this account. So yeah, if you do want to, join our group, we do have an investing community of a couple hundred members where I tell you guys when I buy and sell stuff in real time. I really think it's worth it. If you want to know, you could follow along exactly with the investments I make. I don't buy stocks every day. Don't buy stocks even every week. But I'm always looking for those best opportunities out there. When news comes out, that's when I typically get into these stocks. So yeah, just check out that group. Obviously, not all of our stocks do well all the time, but like for today alone, we are up 5.1%. STIC, surprisingly, is my biggest one down today. It's down 4.1%. Pretty big, and I have 8,000 shares here, so. But yeah, I really don't look at that account too often. It's not something that I worry about. Palantir, I spoke about that briefly earlier in the stream. I think Palantir is a great if you look at it for the next 2 years, I think Palantir will be a good investment. They work with government. They have government contracts. They have contracts with large corporations. I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. Cody the First. Okay, margin. I'm going to explain margin a bit, but we are on, we have a couple minutes before the market closes. Okay. We'll talk about margin after we finish up with AMC. Christian. Diergaard. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but you said you do not lose until you sell AMC, which you say is a good company. Please elaborate. AMC is not like a great company by any means. If you're looking at AMC and comparing it to GameStop, and if you're only looking at those two companies, AMC, in my opinion, is better than GameStop. Do I think AMC is a good company to own long term? I don't own it. I think there are much better investments out there. So it's not that I'm saying AMC is the best company, everyone should invest in it. I'm saying AMC is better, in my opinion, than GameStop because AMC actually has a future. And GameStop, on the other hand, does not. GameStop really is going to have to make a massive pivot. Is going to have to make a massive pivot to be able to actually stay in business. AMC can just continue having movie theaters and people are going to go back. Okay, but margin, this is real quick. It's pretty simple. What is it? We have a couple minutes before the market closes, but margin, all it is you're borrowing money. On Robinhood, you could borrow it, and let's say you have $10,000 in an account. If you turn on and you make it a margin account, well, then you can invest up to $20,000. $20,000. So if you have margin, you can invest more money than you actually have. The downside of that is that you can lose a lot. So let's say you have $10,000 in your account. That's your money. You have $10,000 that you're borrowing on margin. Your risk is a lot higher because if the stock market goes down, you lose some money, you're basically losing twice as much, essentially. But you could also make more money. So it is risky. It is a higher risk. But right now, I'm pretty confident in some of the investments I have, so I do have it as a margin account. When I buy a stock, for me, someone's asking how much I typically buy. When I buy a stock, I typically like to buy, if we're talking shares, okay, we're just going to talk about this public investing account because I have a bigger account that I have. But in this account, I like to buy typically, I never buy less than 1,000 shares. But typically I buy around minimum like $50,000 in a stock, maximum like $150,000. So I never have more than I never put more than 10% of my money into one stock. That's basically the rule of thumb. Never put more than 10% of your money into one investment. But thank you guys for joining. A couple people are new here, I'm seeing. So if you are new, please be sure to like the video. We're at 327 likes. We might be able to get it to 400. It may be possible, to get it there. We're getting close. So if you haven't liked the video, you see it's gray, the thumbs up, turn it blue. Let's make that happen. So yeah, AMC though, market is just about to close. AMC looks like it's not going to close above $9. Okay, market just closed. See what happens here. Right now it's down after market at 886. But yeah, we'll see what continues to develop here. I don't know what's going to happen over the next couple of days. We'll have to wait and see, but I really appreciate you guys joining us today. I'm going to go again live tomorrow, probably twice. I like going live. I can answer your guys' questions. I can't urge you enough to download Webull. You don't have to use my link. I don't care. Just download it because you can invest pre-market. So I think that's, probably it for today. Be careful if you're invested in AMC, Gamestop. I want you guys to make money. I want to make money. We're all in this for the same thing. I don't want anyone to lose a lot. So if you ever see me negative about a stock, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm just giving you my thoughts, trying to be honest with you guys. So anyways, be careful with AMC, GameStop, Nokia, Naked Brands, other stocks that are better out there. If you want to see those, join our group, our private investment group. I think it's well worth it. 80% we made, 91% we made actually in the last 3 months. Can't really beat that. So, but anyways, I hope you guys had a great afternoon, great day. You have a great rest of the evening. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll do another stream, and I'll probably post a long episode. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Check out my other channel where I do the clips. We're going to do short clips from this, so you guys don't have to watch the whole thing. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Hope you guys had a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.